Yo, what's good, Crypto Familia? Thank you for tuning in wherever and whenever you are watching this. Let's hop right into it. Let's see what's up with these crypto markets. Let me share my screen and we'll get right down to it. All right. So let's go to the home. I'm gonna pull up a couple things. Let me actually let me do this. Setting some of these tabs. So we're gonna do a new window. Oh my goodness, not that little. All right, so we're gonna go to decrypt.com, see what's popping in the crypto space. We'll open up CoinGecko so we can check out some things as far as the show these stats. We want to see what the market cap's looking at. We got what? So 100,000 million billion. So we have 2.2 trillion. I believe that's actually up just recently. We got some top stories over there. Come on, show me stats. Cool. We got the market cap, 24-hour trading volume. Looks like what is that? Millions? No, billions. It's got 122 billion. Bitcoin dominance. We got some low gas fees looking good for ETH. And let's see if we actually have what else we got. Let's see, we got an all-time high. This is a cool website too. I don't think I showed you guys before. So this is super dope. This website pretty much kind of shows you the all-time highs, cryptorank.io/ATH. So if you want to check that out, super dope website. Something I've used quite a few times. I haven't used it in a little while, but I just saw it and I kind of wanted to show you guys it because it's pretty valuable. So can't hear me, bro? You got to connect your volume. It looks like you're not connected there, bro. You don't have your sound connected. At the bottom, it should have a little headphone and say connect your audio there. If not, try to leave and rejoin. So I'm getting the microphone feedback on this side. Yeah, because it's not even showing your audio is connected at the moment. It just shows your video, but you're obviously, it's not showing. But this is a cool website. Kind of pretty much what it does is it shows you the all-time highs. So you can see League of whoa. Did it refresh there for us? There we go. So you got Luna to yeah, it did refresh. Oh, there it is. Yep. So as of let's see, as of today, depends on what side of the world you're at. So you can see League of Kingdoms, we got Banana, Brew Labs, the Web3 project. I'm not really familiar with any of these. Terra Luna, that's a big project, something I'm pretty familiar with. Let's see, what else we got up in here? Anything? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Yeah, the main one we're looking at right here, Terra Luna, all-time high. That's super dope. Luna is one of those projects. Hopefully, it looks like it says connecting audio right now for you, bro. Connecting audio. You should be good now, bro. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can see your microphone. You should be able to hear me now. But yeah, so this is a super dope website. I come to it not as often as CoinGecko or Decrypt.io, but this is something you can come and look at. It'll just kind of show you the all-time highs of these projects. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not familiar with these, but Terra Luna is one of those projects where perfect. Terra Luna is one of those projects where, even though this past pretty much the beginning of the year, we've kind of been in this like bullish little small bullish cycle. Luna's been one of those projects where it's continue to be bullish. So it's one of those projects. They also just pumped in, I believe they're at a little over $1 billion. So they have a coin called UST, which I'll pull up really quick. So UST, it's a stable coin, but they're backing with crypto. So they're backing with Bitcoin. They just put about $1 billion of Bitcoin to back this up. They're going to do a total of 10, but they're at a little over $1 billion at the moment. So that's super dope to check out. Let me see. I think I have a couple other websites on here as well. DeFi Pulse, crypto, DeFi Pulse, staking rewards. We got, I think there was something else. Let's see, maybe it's this. Okay, so this is something cool I like to look at too. So what this is you can see, so 2009, 2012, 2016, 2020, you can kind of see these past couple of years. This one does all of them, but you can see how Bitcoin's been performing. There's an average over here total. So just in January, you can see the average, the total all the way back from 2009. So something I like to look at is you can kind of look, if you're just looking at January, February, March, April, May, June, July, just in separate months, you can see October, for example, out of what, 12 years, well, 10 years, I guess, right? So from, we'll say 2011 or 11 years. So from 2010 to, yeah, 11 years. So from 2010 to 2021, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of 12 of these, it's only been down 2, 4 out of 12. So I mean, guys, that's something to look at too, So when it comes to October, you can even see here, out of that, you can see, look, we've only had 2 negative months in April. That's something to look at. March, you can see there's a lot more negative. So, if we were negative, it wouldn't be that surprising. So this is something you can come back and look on. It's just something you could use for reference as well. So that's something I like to look at. Let's see. 1 row cycles. Okay, I see what it is now. I think I have one more website on here I want to show you. We got Crypto Quant, something I want to, I believe I went over this last week, but I do want to kind of cover it again because it's something that's I've been using, and wow. So again, this blue line is indicating the amount of crypto on the exchange. In this case, on this side, it's Bitcoin. So as it leaves the exchange, so people are taking, so right, they buy it on the exchange. What happens is they take it off the exchange to store it on their Ledger or MetaMask or whatever other wallet. So they're taking it off the exchange. Guess what happens to price? They're holding it. So guess what? Price is going up. Now, same thing's happening over here. So price is going up. You can see it wasn't when I showed you this last, but we can see on the blue line, we have Bitcoin leaving the exchange. Let me make sure I'm recording this. All right, cool. I just want to make sure we're recording it. So we have Bitcoin leaving the exchange. Now, what's happening now is also the price of Bitcoin is going up because people are holding on to it. They see the value in it, right? We just had USTs just buying $1 billion. They're planning to buy 10 billion. Imagine, they're it's not gonna move the market crazy, but they could have its potential sway in the market. So same thing's happening on this side. We have ETH over here. The amount of ETH leaving the exchange, and you could see how prices also reacting to that it's going up as well. So people are holding on to it. They're not looking to get rid of it, and therefore, price is going up. More people are looking to hold on to it. They're taking up the exchange. They're not using it on NFTs as much anymore. Maybe they're holding on to them. So this is a website I wanted to cover just one more time because it's super powerful, something to look at, and it's something to keep in mind when you're looking, when you're looking at that in general. So just ETH and Bitcoin, but you can also add the other coins on there as well. Let me actually show you that too. So if you want to add a new chart, say for example you want to add I don't know, you want to add Solana. So we want to add Solana. Now we're going to add exchange, same. Okay, so they might not have that for this. Let's see, maybe. Okay, so it might just be for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So say you want to come on here, you can add this. You can see the exchange reserve, boom, click it. You can click add, and then it'll add this exact chart on here. So you can do that for both of them. As you can see, we add multiple charts. These are the only 2 I'm looking at right now. I actually learned this from one of my mentors. So maybe as time goes on, I'll see something else he's looking at on there, and we could utilize it as well. So I believe that was it for that. Then we can kind of hop in to see what's happening inside the world of crypto. Okay, cool. Dope. So we're going to go back to the homepage here on CoinGecko, check out, see what's happening in the world. You can see the global cryptocurrency market's at 2.23 trillion, up 0.7 in the last 24 hours. That's something to look at. Obviously, if there's more money inside the crypto space, there's more money flowing in crypto. So that's good for crypto. You can see Bitcoin's pushing back up 47. Ethereum's at 33. Let's see for 7-day returns. Jesus. Yo, Loopring. I believe I sent it into the chat. Maybe I didn't. I think I might have posted it on social media. So Loopring is partnering with GameStop. I don't know if it's going to be on here. Let me see. Kind of like the app version of this. Better news. There we go. Gaming. It should be on here still. So we got Loopring. A little more. March 10th. Maybe it wasn't long enough. But Loopring partnered up with Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. I don't know if it's gonna be on here. Should. But long story short, Loop Ring partnered up with GameStop to be, they partnered up to do a little project together. So that's super dope. I wish I could pull it up here because that would be kind of go into it. Maybe technology or business. Let's try business. Because I want to show it to you guys. It's kind of cool. Yeah, come on. Maybe I can search it. But anyway, yeah. So the reason I'm bringing this up though is because Loop Ring, you can see up here, is up 58% in the past 7 days. It's insane, guys. We have Aave. Aave is doing incredible. I also screenshotted. That's one of them. You can see it's favorited over here. So that's one of them. I've been sending to you guys just ones that I personally watched. Took a screenshot, sent it to you guys there in the chat. You got VeChain up 33%. What else we got down here? Near Protocol. We got Theta Network. Let's see, Pancake Swap, Axie Infinity's up. We got Solana's up 20%, Cardano's up 20%. We got Mina Protocol, KuCoin's an exchange. We got the Graph up 16, Terra, Luna, right? We were just talking about a 15% in the past 7 days. Chronos, or Crow, right? They changed it, but it's Crow's up 14.5. We got Tezos to your Bezos, right? Uniswap's up 13. I believe that was an all-time high of like 35, $44 maybe. So that's something really to look at, guys. Ethereum, you can see 13. Look, I mean, honestly, guys, in the 7 days, you could see almost what we got. Just a handful of coins that were negative down for the 7 days. We got Terra USD, which is stable coin. I mean, it's going to fluctuate a couple, up and down. You can see there's other. Most of these stable coins are going to be down here in this area, either up 0.1, down 0.1. They're not going to fluctuate too much, so they're never going to be really up there. We got XRP coming up on 90 cents. It's at 1.5%. Holding on to that puppy. She's been playing with my feelings the past couple months, so it is what it is. We got Chainlink on here. So yeah, I mean, this is up for the 7 days. You can see a lot of projects up here. I'm not really sure what this is. Let's check it out. I'm not really sure what that is. We'll check it out here in a second. We got Waves over here. We'll pull it up too. I'm not really familiar with that. Filecoin, that's actually something I've been just recently put on. I don't personally hold any of it, but that is something I'm checking out. He said I didn't find it. It's all good, bro. Thanks for looking. We'll check those out here in just a minute, but I do want to go over a couple more things. We'll check out some 24-hour returns. We got Aave again, looking good on the 24-hour. Guys, a lot of these projects, I mean, like I was telling you guys, a lot of these are at pivotal levels. We have Synthetics token or Synthetics network, the Graph, GRT. Let's go. Let's see, what do we got for 1 hour? 1 hour, nothing crazy on the 1 hour, but guys, I mean, these 7 days, 24 hours even, I mean, look at the numbers. Crypto is pumping, and there's a lot of big things happening. That's why I kind of want to pull up Decrypt as well. So I want to go over those as well, but we'll kind of dive into these. Just kind of want to check them out. So we got Zilla.com. Not sure what this is. Maybe drink water. On calls back to back to back. It's been an incredible day, so super hyped. See Zilla, Zilliqa. I think I'm saying that right. Smart contracts, smart staking. Got some shit staked. Let's see ecosystem statistics. Cool. This is something to look at. Decentralized finance. That's dope. DeFi. We got about 61,000 users. Let's see. They have a. Here we go. I want to see what their staking looks like. Sweet. So I mean, it looks like you stake your the coin, the Zilliqa, for 13.8. Change your world, staking, great way. Block, connect wallet, choose staking platform, select staking seed node, SSN. Ooh, they got Ledger on here. That's dope. Atomic Wallet, Zilla. Looks like they got their own. I'm not really familiar with any of these other than I've seen this before. Obviously, Ledger as well. If you don't have a Ledger, it's something to look at, especially when it comes to crypto security, which is something I really want to go over too. Maybe we'll kind of cover that here at the end. But crypto security is super, super important, guys. Number one, because when you're bank with the bank, right? When you're holding on to the bank's holding onto the money, they're kind of securing it as well, right? They're securing it, making sure nobody's stealing it. You know, the theft, things like that, fraud. Now, when it comes to cryptos, you're in charge, guys. I personally never recommend, I'm not a financial advisor, investing in trading involves risk. Risk means potential loss. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what I do with my own personal stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend holding stuff on exchange. I mean, technically when it's on an exchange, you don't own the crypto. When you own the seed phrase, for example, when you open up your MetaMask and you have the seed phrase for your MetaMask, you own, that's your wallet. Anything in there you own. But now you're also responsible for the security of it as well. Now, when it's on an exchange, for example, like crypto.com or Coinbase, technically you don't own it. You have ownership over that crypto. Now, for example, let's say Coinbase updates their platform, you can't get a hold of it. Well, hey, sorry, you're gonna have to wait till they're done. I know it's your money, but you're gonna have to wait. Same thing with the bank. You want to go to the bank, withdraw 10K. They'd be like, most likely they'd be like, hey, we can't do that. You want to set up a date, you can order the money, it'll be here this day, blah 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 blah. So that's something you want to keep in mind as well. And this is kind of cool too. So select a seed node. So when you select your staking platform, get to know and trust operators. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Something I'm not really familiar with here. Coin. So that's a platform. You can stake it there. You can stake it here. Commission rate 12%, 5%. You can see the number of users on there as well. It's pretty cool. Moonlit. See, they got anything else? Mining, staking, dApps, Git, wallets. Cool. So it seems like a pretty cool project. I'm not exactly sure what their I believe it's just a DeFi platform. Maybe it's the entire, I think it might be a network as well, Zilliqa. So that's something to look into. Obviously I just pulled it up because it looks like, it was up. It's percents. Crazy. That's nuts. But something else, guys, you can look into it. Tell me what you think. You see something interesting in it, let me know. But from my looks, it looked kind of like it was just a DeFi platform, maybe even a network. So let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness, 30 days. Some crazy returns here too. So let's see what Waves is. Got Waves. See what we're looking at here. Waves is a community-based stack, centralized open source technologies, build scalable user-friendly dApps. Start building Waves. NFTs, DAOs, and business models. Eco-friendly Waves. That's sexy. So you could just see the other platform we got, like I think it was a couple 100 million. I'm here. That's a big difference, guys. Daily transactions, that's more than the users on the other platform that we were just looking at. Yeah, there was a big gain in it. It makes money, it makes sense, but you also got to be careful. You want to be looking for the Google of the projects, right? This might be similar to what we were just looking at, which was the Zilliqa, right? But now you come over here and you see maybe they have a better staking, or maybe they have a lot more rank. They have global rank 34. You can see there's a lot more locked in the DeFi space. So this is something you need to look at. Something I can compare it to is LooksRare and OpenSea. Now, very similar platforms. They're both NFT marketplaces. OpenSea is like one of the OGs. It was one of the first, pretty much NFT marketplaces that I was familiar with. That it was one of the mainstream ones. It was originally the Google of the NFT marketplaces, but now you have LooksRare, which is rewarding you for. So say you sell something on LooksRare, which is similar to OpenSea. You sell something on LooksRare, they're going to reward you with their governance token Looks for using their platform. So now we have Looks, who is now becoming the Google of their space, right? The NFT marketplace. They're becoming the Google, and now OpenSea looks like the Bing. Why would you want to use OpenSea when you're just getting the royalties? Whereas if I sell something on Looks, not only do I get the royalty from whatever I'm selling, but I'm also getting rewarded for selling it on their platform. So that's something to keep in mind. This is something to also keep in mind when you're looking at these other platforms as well. Something like this Waves. I'm not 100% familiar with what it is. I just clicked on it. We were just checking it out because of the returns. Now, again, you don't want to hop on this just because, it's up 52%. Looks like it's doing good. Let's hop in. Because most likely you're in the, let me pull this up as well. Let me change the share, desktop share, so you guys can see everything. Now, you want to understand the market cycles. And this is something you might want to screenshot. What's that? This is something you want to keep in mind, guys. This is the psychology of a market cycle. So look, here it is. You might be right here. Oh my God, it's up 50%. Oh my God, we're going to be rich. Well, guess what? It's going to retrace that 50% 618 zone, maybe even all the way down to the 77 or 70, what is 78%, our last level supports. It might come all the way down there. And here you are, you bought up here. A lot of people are addicted to buying at the top and selling at the bottom. You want to do the opposite, guys. You want to buy at the bottom, sell at the top. So this is again something you might want to screenshot, check it out. I mean, you can see right here, complacency. We just need to cool it off. Anxiety. Why I'm getting margin calls? The dip is taking longer than I expected. Why is it going down? It was just doing so good. And this is what happens to a lot of people who aren't, educated in the space. So this, again, is something you might want to screenshot, save for later. Super valuable, but it's just something to keep in mind when looking at these, because this is up 50%. What today? 50%, almost 60% in the last 7 days. But that market cycle you can see right here, the last 7 days, just looking at the market. Oh my God! Well, guess what? Looking at that, I'm going to expect a retracement around the normal area, which is the 50% 618 zone. So that's something to keep in mind too, guys. Yeah, it's up 50%, but we know what the market likes to do. The market likes to do what it normally does. And what it normally does is it comes back to that. I'm not sure what that is. The market likes to do what it normally does, which it comes back to that 50% 618 zone a lot of the time. This is what is it? ADUSD is a perfect example, guys. Let me delete some of this. This is a good setup right here. We want to do 10.6 risk to reward, but perfect setup. So we had from the bottom to the top, right in the direction of the move. This was the original high, so we can even move it. So we can move it to right here, but it's still valid. Here's our new zone, right? It's going to only move it slightly. Now, guess what? It went to its normal area, the 50% 618 zone, where we expected it to. Guess what? Here's your 50%, right? Guess what? Here's the pullback. That's the entry we're looking for to re-enter on there. So this is where patience comes into play, guys. Patience is one of the biggest things here. If you're guessing, you hey, oh my God, well, it broke above the zone. I think, because it broke above the zone, this was, the last level support on the sell going down over here. So, I'm thinking, hey, it broke above there. So I think it's just gonna go up. Well, what I would like to see is for it to break above and kind of retest this area one more time. To fully break above, you've kind of seen we've had it play around this area. The longer it plays at this area, the weaker it gets. So it can continue to play here for a little while longer. It's been since the 24th. It's been 5 days. It's been playing at this area. But the longer it's here, the weaker that area gets. So what I would like to see is maybe like a breakthrough, a retest, and maybe even like an impulse candle in something like to pull back. Impulse candle being something like this. Boom, drops, boom, boom, boom. That initial move. So that could be something you can look for. You could even look for the next zone, right? Or maybe you're saying, hey, I think it might even pull back again into the zone because it hasn't fully broken above here. It might even come back, retest the 23.8, 38.2, 50%, 618. It might come back and retest these zones. So you got to be patient. Now, you're going to be like, well, Tyler, when do I know when to execute? Well, that's when a trading plan comes into place. Now, I know I'm kind of a little bit everywhere, but these things are really important, guys. The trading plan. Now on the leverage side, it's a little bit different, right? You're going to risk 3% per trade. I'm going to lose, I'm willing to lose 3% per trade. I'm only going to lose 5% a day. Now in the exchange market, it's going to be a little bit different, right? Hey, if a project goes down 20%, I'm going to pull it and move it to a stable coin, find another project, put it in, and maybe stake it. Whatever that option is for you, but you want to have a trading plan set in place. And this is something I just realized. I was just on a call before this with a couple of business partners and my manager. And he was literally telling me like they were kind of setting up some like a lot more structure for me. They're like, yo, this, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, you want to have a structure. I'm like, yo, that's super dope. I never thought about social media in that aspect. Like you're right, I do need to have more structure because I'm randomly posting. But a lot of us would understand, hey, like the Bulls, Chicago Bulls, the Chicago Blackhawks, the Tampa Bay Lightning, majority of the time they're not going into a game without a strategy. They have a strategy. When you're facing another team, you have a strategy to how to win. Now, when it comes to this, guys, sometimes we don't have a strategy for this, and we're wondering why we're losing. You want to have a strategy. You want to be completely disciplined to that strategy. If you're not disciplined to anything else, at least be disciplined to this strategy, to your trading plan, your trading strategy. And I actually believe, right here. Check it out. I have a little template. So maybe I'll share this in the group chat. So this is super, super beneficial, guys. This is $1,000 information right here that not a lot of people are going to share with you. There's courses. It's actually Wharton University. It's like a course for I think it's 8 weeks long, $3,800, guys. That's more than the academy that I pay for a year, and I get more information from one educator on there. There's over 150 plus educators. So you got to be careful who you're buying from. So you want to have these trading plans because some people might not teach you this. You know, what is my why behind my trade? Why am I trading in the first place? You know, like, what am I even here for? Like, is it because I don't want to work a job? Is it because I want to provide for my family? I want to donate money. I want to make a lot of money and donate it. What type of trader are you? Are you technical, price action, fundamental, sentimental, swing trader, scalper, intraday? What kind of trader, right? Are you in and out of the market every single day? Are you, you're looking, hey, I'm in this trade for a week. I'm looking to hold this long time, a year, month, a couple years. I'm staking this for the next 5, whatever it is. What's your pre-trading routine? Guys, this is super important. Super, super important. And this is a lot of stuff people won't tell you. They're like, oh, everybody wants to be told coin, what coin can we hop in? What coin can we, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to be here to tell you what coin to hop in. And this is something I realized when COVID hit, because when COVID hit, guys, when COVID hit, a lot of people lost their jobs. One of my buddies, Deontay, he worked at an auto shop, and he worked for this place for quite a while. And they're like, yo, they used to always joke, like when they went to the office, like, oh, you're getting canned, bro. It's your last day. Well, one day they were joking, and it was his last day there. They said, hey, sorry, COVID hit, and we gotta cover the costs, so we had to fire people. Now, he's relying. He at that time, my buddy Deontay, he was relying on his job to pay him. Now, what happens if you rely on me to give you all these coins, or rely on somebody else to give you all these coins to enter? If they pass away, if they stop trading, they stop giving information, you're at a loss. There's nothing you right. You just lost your job. You just lost your income. You lost the person telling you how to enter the trade. But if I teach you guys this, right? If I feed you for a day, you eat for a day. If I give you a fish for a day, you eat for the day. If I teach you how to fish, you can teach everybody else how to fish. You can teach your family how to fish. You can teach your family's family how to fish, and you all can eat forever. And this is really what my whole goal is here inside this free crypto chat. Is I want to teach you guys these things, because a lot of the people out there are just going to show you, hey, here's how to enter the coin, and they're not going to really show you the ins and out of this. Guys, screenshot this if you haven't already. Take some notes, pause the video, whatever you got to do. This is super, super important. I'm not going to go over the whole thing because it's going to take a while, but this is really, really important. Along with the security, right? If you don't have a ledger, guys, I mean, this is super important. Now, this is something, the only downside with ledger is you have to have, some minimum balances of stuff to send it, or, swap it, things like that. You can see right here, ledger will never ask for your 24 recovery phrase, and you should never share that with anybody. You should never connect your wallet, your MetaMask, to any website you don't know. You should never, click on a link that you're not familiar with. And this is really important. I know plenty of people who've lost, $60,000. It was actually a guy I worked with. He lost $60,000. He got SIM swapped. 60K in Bitcoin, bro. Gone. Had he still held that, I mean, his stuff would have been up right now. So this is something, you got to be really aware of. This is something, there's other things out there. I'm not affiliated with Ledger by any means. Don't go to Amazon because it's fucking $3 cheaper. Literally come to their website. Make sure you can see where the phishing is. You don't want to buy this from somebody. You don't want to buy it used. If you buy it from somebody, no, just buy it brand new. It costs what it costs. It's for your own good. So there's 2 different ones. Either one's going to be good for you. One's like a little more fancy than the other one, which they both do the same thing. So if you're a little bit more on a budget, go ahead and get the other one. But another thing to keep in mind is you could use something like Exodus. Hopefully you guys can see this. You can use something like Exodus. Now I'm not going to get in here. I'm not going to sign in on this, but Exodus, you have your 12-word seed phrase, something you can do. Exodus is super cool. I believe they do like update like every single week. So they're constantly improving Exodus. You got your 12-word key phrase. Now, if you're storing, don't put Exodus on your phone now, don't put it on a computer. You don't want to, in the computer you're using, you don't want to connect it with a bunch of different networks. You don't want to go to the airport and connect to the airport Wi-Fi. And this is, guys, this is something a lot of people aren't going to tell you, but this is really, really important. You don't want to get your shit stolen. The shit does not feel good. I can promise you that. Stealing cryptos is the modern day bank robbery. Back in the day, it was a lot easier to get away with a bank robbery. Now, I'm not sitting here condoning bank robberies. We're just kind of comparing times. Back then, there wasn't a lot of cameras. There wasn't a lot of technology. If you had balls to do it, you walk in a store, rob the store. That was, just what you did. You had a higher chance of getting away with it. Now, you got all these cameras and everything like that. There's no really getting away with a bank robbery nowadays. It's got to be like the perfect heist, the perfect setup. But with crypto, it's kind of like, goes back to the old days. Like, yo, connect your wallet to the wrong site and boom, your shit's gone. Quick. And nobody knows. It's just a wallet address. So guys, security is going to be the #1 thing here when it comes to crypto. You want to be careful. Don't, like I said, don't connect to random websites you're not familiar with. Um, and that's kind of my spiel on that. But we can dive back into it. I know I kind of rambled off, but this is really, really important, guys. I mean, it's not like we're just kind of talking about, you know, some nonsense. This is really important. Let's see, we got Filecoin. Looks like it's doing pretty good. It's up more in the past 7 days than the 30, 14, looking good too. Let's see, Filecoin.io. Let's see what it is. I'm familiar with it. I've heard of it quite a few times. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Centralized storage network design. Sweet. So kind of looks like a data storage place. Wish there was more here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Storing data with Filecoin for storage files, for shooting files. This is kind of cool. Dope display. They obviously put some money into this, so I'd like to see that. I'm not gonna see you watch this one. I'm not gonna make you guys painfully watch this one. But so yeah, I just kind of want to cover those. So some top performing projects you can see. We'll go back to market cap. Let's see if we have let's put up page 2. Sometimes I like to do this because page 2, you'll find some of these coins, these next up and coming, you know, Googles. Like for example, Curve. This is an awesome website. So if you want to swap from stablecoin to Curve.fi. Now you guys are gonna laugh at this website. You know, you can connect it with these. Obviously, there's a bunch more. We got a bunch of wallets. It looks like a 1995 Windows display. Yo, this is an OG website. This thing's awesome. You can see total value locked over here. Quite a bit, guys. So this is super dope, especially if you want to transfer pretty much from stablecoin to stablecoin. Yeah, bro, it looks crazy. You look at it and you're like, yo, this is the website I'm gonna get scammed from. But no, this is a legit website, super dope. I believe they have some staking, some pools. Let's see what they got trade. But yeah, it's super dope, especially the main thing we're gonna be using this, main thing you will be using this for is kind of like to transfer from one stablecoin to another with very small fees, you can see. So let's see what I got for pools. So this is kind of cool. You can see it'll actually kind of break down. So you can see what is that? It tells you what you're getting broken down. So you have the rewards. It's kind of something I want to show you because we were just on there. But Curve is a super dope project. The tokenomics on them, I'm not too sure. I haven't looked at them as far as you know, like their supply, total supply, max supply, things like that. I have heard about Holo, however you want to call it, but Pocket Network, guys, this is something I just showed you recently. Pocket Network, this is where we set up the, we decentralize our MetaMask. So they have a Pocket Network. So set up the default network, which JP Morgan owns like a 10% stake in, which could, you know, in a way it's centralized. They have a way of locking it up, which they just did that. I believe we just kind of went over it last time we were here, but not last time, maybe the time before, but Compound, another good project. This thing's up, looking good. You can see, look at the gate token, Pocket Network's looking great. Honestly, I guess I should have gotten on this instead of just using it 7 days ago. We'd be looking good. But the reason I like to do this because you can see Compound's a good project. We got Pocket Network. This is something we were just talking about. We're literally utilizing Pocket Network. We might not have the coin. I might not have the coin, but I'm utilizing it. Curve, same thing. I might not have the coin, but we're utilizing it. So some of these projects, guys, the project itself might be super dope. And we might utilize it a lot, but the coin might, you know, might not have the greatest utilization because of how they have it set up. So a lot of projects, you know, nowadays they're going to have their governance token be a lot more useful inside of their platform. But you know, back then it wasn't as common as it is now. We got Oasis Network, Ecomi, our homie. Ecomi's partnered up with Vivi. If you're not familiar with Vivi, Vivi's super dope. It's kind of like a little NFT platform where like Marvel, a lot of like Pixar, like things like that. I don't really know exactly how to categorize that, but if you're not with Vivi, Vivi's super dope. There you go. It's migrated from the old contract to Go Train. So you can see that. But Ecomi, go here. It's going to pull up Vivi. Pretty much what this is, you can come on here. There's Ghostbusters. There's a lot of different stuff. You can see Harley Quinn. There's a lot of cool stuff. If you're really into NFTs and this is, you know, you're a little bit newer, this could be something, you know, I would maybe recommend first, and you can come in here and check it out. But what you'll do is you'll go on the VV app. that you can put on your phone, and pretty much you can get the collectibles. You can have a virtual vault where you can go in there and actually like walk around and like you can like set up your collectibles, whether that's like little figures like this, or you know, you get a little car like a James Bond car. There's a bunch of different stuff, so it's super cool. But um, it's honestly awesome. I mean, I think I took, I actually, I guess I can't really talk numbers, but I've done pretty well on there. Again, I can't necessarily share numbers or make income claims due to the platform I'm partnered with, the IMS Academy. So fortunately, I can't really give numbers on that, but I have done pretty well in there. Right now, it's a little bit harder to get them when they first drop. They usually do like a drop every single day. Today they didn't do one, but what I've been doing, for example, they did the snickering. It was called like Snickering Toby. The initial drop price was like $50, so I tried to get it. I didn't get it because it's a limited drop, so there's only so many that are being dropped. So and there's different like rarities, so you have a certain probability of getting each rarity. You know, it's like one in this many people get this one. So I didn't get one, so I checked out the marketplace after, so to see if people were selling them. They were selling them for like $49.99, which was technically a penny less than the initial price, and I actually got the secret rare for that. So now I'm holding on to it. I think it's only up like $10, but I mean, this is something you can get into and, you know, even flip, you know, some of these NFTs. So that's something super cool. So, ooh, NFT. Yeah, bro, they're super dope. I've done pretty well in that space. Right now I'm kind of working on more flipping than I am actually trying to buy. I'm trying to buy them all initially on the drop, but it's a little bit harder. Like I said, I don't know if it's, I don't know what they got going on. It's a whole nother story, but we can get into that later. So we have Smooth Love Potion. Shout out Tom. He put me on that a little while ago. We made some money off, but I haven't really been into it back since maybe a little over a month ago. Anchor Protocol, super dope. Again, their token might not be, you know, the most lucrative, like, you know, might not be the most lucrative product, but you can come in here and stake, I believe, stablecoin. I want to say US. I don't want to say it in lie, so we'll just launch this real quick. Where's it at? Yes, you can stake UST. So Terra, you can see where is it? Total deposit, is that locked? So you can see people are borrowing it as well. So you can come here, borrow. You can also loan as well. So they're going to give you different buyback. So they're going to give you different, obviously, percentages on that as well. So, okay, cool. That's pretty good. So let's check it out. So you can see here, you can earn about 20% APY on a stable coin. Guys, that's insane. Bank of America was giving me like 0.01, 0.02%. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. This is next level. So there's that. I mean, obviously there's other percentages out there, but you know, that's something to keep in mind. Especially if you guess in UST, you're just holding on to it, waiting for another project to throw it in. You come in there, stake it, and you know, hold on to it until then. So 1 inch is something I'm also in. I'm up on that as well. Live Peer, Raven Coin, Anchor. Not Anchor, I'm thinking of. We just clicked on Anchor. We got Wax, Moonbeam, Render Token. Not as familiar with some of these. Looks Rare. So Looks Rare. Here's this one I was just talking about, right? 157, rank 157. But come in here. Here it is. We were literally just talking about it. So rewards. Let's check out the rewards. What? You can stake it for that? Okay. Now let's see. Trading. So earning rewards. When you buy or sell any NFT on Looks Rare, rewards are calculated and distributed once daily. So let's see. Rewards. They're going to tell us what we can get. And this, what's actually cool about this, so you can come in here. What is this? There's the compounder and staking. Not really sure the complete difference on these. So looks like the compounder, you're getting about almost 200%. It looks like you're getting the wrapped Ethereum, 88% of that, or 83% of that is being rewarded in wrapped Ethereum. And then the other 63% is being Looks. And then you can see right here, same thing. I'm not really familiar why those are different. I don't really know what that is. It's kind of new. So I thought they had the breakdown on here too. You can obviously see you coming here, go on there, Uniswap, use some ETH, trade some ETH for it, but I'm not sure why. I thought it had it on here, the breakdown of it. Maybe not. But regardless, guys, again, I mean, this is super dope. The tokenomics on this are super dope. They got about half of what their max supply is. So the total amount ever is going to be 1 billion. Right now they got about 500 million in circulation roughly, and then or total supply available, and then they have about 245 in circulation at the moment. So you can see market cap. We got where's the 24-hour trading volume? About 109 million, looking good. We got the I don't have that on here, I guess. DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama is super dope too. I think we went over it a couple times, but look at this, guys. Looks rare. Crazy. It's all about finding the right projects, guys. That looks safe. I'm not even going into that. Olympus sounds familiar. Hey, my boy Tommy was actually talking about that. We'll put that on the Edison portfolio. We got Ren, Flux, Illuvium. Illuvium super dope. I believe this is a metaverse project, if I remember correctly. Supply looking great. Tokenomics on it, awesome. We got nothing crazy on total value locked. But if we go here, like I said, I believe it is NFT marketplace or maybe a game. I think it's a game. We might have went over it even too. Yeah, it looks like it's a game. Obviously, project's looking pretty good. Is there a? Oh wow. Okay, that's something dope. That's something dope to look at. Wow. Past 30 days been looking good for this puppy. Let's see what we're looking at 90. Okay, so we had a little bit of consolidation kind of from there. This is dope. So from the beginning of the year, I mean, beginning of the year, yeah, I mean, we dropped about 50%, almost all the way down. What was that? Oh, yeah, literally 50%. And now we're back up to about 655. So that's honestly super dope to see. Even to come back up here, I mean, we had a lot of room to play still. Let's see a real chart of this, live chart. So let's see. We're gonna see like percent return wise, just back to, we'll see back to 1,000 where it was at the beginning of the year. So just back to there. I mean, about 54% you're looking at. Pretty good gain there. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean it's going to go back there for sure. It's just, you know, I like to do that to see what it takes to get back to there. So, I believe it's probably going to be the last thing we're going to cover there, and then we'll kind of go over some news here, and we'll look at some of the charts over here. We'll see what the markets are looking like. So let's come back here, decrypt, go to the main page, see what we're looking at for recent news and how that can affect us. So Robinhood, crypto, leaving. Oh, well, she left. Batman NFTs come to Ethereum via Palm with planned metaverse perks, so that's super dope. We can even look into that. Ripple co-founder blasted as a proposal to change Bitcoin. OpenSea confirms it will start listing Solana NFTs in April. That's super dope. That's big news. I mean, that's something too. So now, you know, we were just literally just talking about OpenSea and Looksrare. So this is a really good example. So, you know, now Looksrare has this to look at. So like, if you got to think, they're two very similar platforms. Now, if OpenSea starts allowing Solana NFTs on there in April, right? Well, what does Looksrare have to do in order to compete with them? They also have to do the same thing. Now, in my opinion, Looksrare is above OpenSea. I mean, OpenSea, I loved OpenSea for the longest time, but now it's like, yo, well, why would I use OpenSea when Looksrare is rewarding me? So, with that being said, I mean, you could probably see something like this coming from Looksrare. So that's something to keep in mind too. Solana NFT platform, Snow Crash, taps, bots, hacker drinks. Oh my god. Oh man, that's nuts. Ethereum NFT. I actually also saw, I don't know if it's gonna be on here, but I saw crypto.com is gonna be sponsoring the World Cup, I believe it was. Is that what it was? This is kind of dope. We'll check that out. MicroStrategy takes out 205 Bitcoin backed loan to buy more Bitcoin. Yeah, let me see this. That's like I said, MicroStrategy leveraging Bitcoin to buy more Bitcoin. Oh, that's so lit. So they're literally leveraging their Bitcoin to buy more Bitcoin with a $205 million loan. So I assume they're gonna buy all that. That's honestly super dope. Yo, that's kind of sweet. San Diego Bank focus on cryptocurrencies. MicroStrategy announced in 2020s. Wow, they're holding on about almost 100,000 Bitcoin. And damn, they're out here. The company increased its holdings to roughly. Yo, that's crazy. Give me a. That's funny. This guy's tweet. MicroStrategy, one of the first big public companies to make buying Bitcoin part of its corporate strategy, buying foreign. Yeah, so I mean that's super dope. You can see MicroStrategy, one of the first big public companies to make buying Bitcoin part of its corporate strategy. So I mean that's super dope to see too. So I mean R2D2. Is that who this guy is? The name sounded familiar, but I'm not. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know, and I'm okay with saying that. Like some people know actors, some people know sports, some people know musicians, but I take pride in knowing a decent amount in the crypto space. I don't know. I don't even want to say I know a lot because there's so much I don't know, but I know a decent amount inside the space, which I'm comfortable saying that. So, so what I was doing with Bitcoin, I don't want to decapitalize the company, capital or grow the capital, but I also want to put the asset on the balance sheet. I think a big breakthrough, like convert the cash from a liability to an asset. I agree. That's super dope. Bitcoin and realized asset is going to be up more than 10% a year. You can borrow money at 5% on 3 or 4, 2, as much as you can flip the asset. Why wouldn't you? Facts, man. He's spitting facts. I mean, literally. Oh, it's where did we go? We'll have to go back here in a second. I'll go back in a second, but I just kind of want to see this really quick. I think that's pretty much the end of it. Wow, that's super dope to see. With R2D2. Oh yeah, this one. I'm not too sure what this is. We'll see here in a second. Marketplace now crashed. So they must have a lot of bots spamming on there. I think they were just using the R2D2 as like the bot. But I mean that's dope. I mean I've never heard of snow crash, but I'm not really that familiar with a lot of Solana NFT marketplaces. So now that OpenSea is going to be listing them here in April, I mean that's big news. So team NFT game, the official Major League Soccer license. Hey. Sorry, I know be quiet. I'm just kind of reading through this so I can kind of share with you. Scroll through your quick. Major League Soccer agreement. Okay. That's sweet. So they got a multi-year agreement that includes all 20 current active team organizations, which means that they're going to have cohesive Major League Soccer branding the game. So something you see like similar to like an MLB, like Madden, I assume is what they're kind of getting at here. So they're going to be using the real teams in there, which is super dope. And they have a multi-year contract agreement, whatever you want to call it. So they're looking to expand outside of just soccer. So that's something cool to see too. I mean, I'm not familiar with this, so team NFT game. Let's check it out actually. Let's go to OpenSea. Said it was an Ethereum NFT, so they might be on here. They might be on another. Might be listed a couple places. SOR. Where the heck? Come on now. How do we get a new tab? Let's see. SOR. AR, is that what it was? Come on now. I got a place like that's so rare. I think that's it. Yep. Cool. Fantasy football game where managers can trade official digital collectibles. So it kind of reminds me of like, oh, this is super dope. So it's kind of like the mind. I don't know if you guys have played like NBA 2K, like whatever. It's what this kind of reminds me of. I don't know that this is it, but just by reading that first sentence, it kind of reminds me of. Damn, that's a super low floor price. I don't really know soccer, but this is really dope. It kind of reminds me of the My Player. So like the NFL or NFL, FIFA, yeah. Yeah, FIFA. I've never played on FIFA, but like the My Player in NBA or the My Player on NHL, you kind of had the similar thing. So you buy the packs, right? But in this case, you're buying the card and you build your team. Now, obviously, the better the player, the rarer he is, the better he is. Obviously, things like that, they're going to be a little bit more expensive. But from what I'm getting is you can kind of manage your own team, create your own team, and obviously play other teams and make money. So that sounds super cool. That's our website. Something we can add to our gaming tokens. I know we went over quite a few on one of the calls, but this is on your game experience football. You know, bringing fantasy to real life. Hey, it's sweet. New clubs licensed every week. Rare, super rare, unique. Cool. So there you can kind of see limited 1,000 per season. So I'd assume there's 1,000 per, maybe 1,000 per guy on there, I assume. Build, manage your squad, be part of the moment. This is kind of really cool. I mean, I don't really play soccer. I'm not into soccer like that, but yeah, I mean, was he on there? I'm familiar with that name, but I don't really know. I would assume. I mean, he's all 28 teams. It said all 28 active teams are on here, so I thought maybe they would use some bigger names, but as examples up here, but maybe these are. I really don't know. Yeah, Hulk, Jonathan David. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with any of these players, to be honest with you. I don't know any sports like that. Blue is rare. Go back up. Yeah, the blue looked like it was the super rare. Then you got the rare with the reds. Was he up here? I'm at the top, bro. Not sure what you're looking for here, but oh, really? Did I scroll past him? I don't even know what he looks like, bro. Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, this is super cool game. Seems pretty familiar. South for sure, man. Let's see. So that's honestly really cool. That's something to look at, especially if you're into gaming. I mean, that's it's definitely something to look at. Kalen Long, how JP Morgan flip Goldman Sachs into crypto. Let's see. Polygon NFTs. Ethereum layer 2 DeFi money market. It's 5 million raised. Ripple co-founder backs controversial campaign to move Bitcoin to proof of stake. I think he was just getting roasted for that up here, wasn't he? All right, let's see. You got business. Yeah, that's pretty dope though. Grayscale considers flipping the script. 6 bodyguard with technical driving skills, positive energy. Huh. Interesting. That's that's interesting. These are kind of back to what we were looking at last week. Let's see if we got anything in technology. Google searches for Ethereum merged. Oh, Google search. Yeah, that's crazy. NFL release reverses course on blockchain sponsorships, keeps ban on crypto and token deals. Oh, that's crazy. So you can't, let's see, I kind of want to read this. The league cited the growing popularity of crypto. Oh, I hear you, bro. Sorry. Come here, I'll pet you. Info announced today that allow teams to seek limited 3-year sponsorships with blockchain companies, but the league kept in place a ban on promotions featuring a coin or token. Yeah, and this is something too I've seen. Like, I believe there was a couple of celebrities getting kind of like sued over this, so there was something happening. Some legal matters were happening because they're promoting a coin that flopped and people were losing money and stuff like that. So, in the finance space, they don't take giving financial advice very very easily. They don't like that. That's why I always do the disclaim. So I would assume that's why. That's dope though. It's dope to see that. Understandable why they're doing it as well. Senators, Biden's splits. That's March 9th. Check a couple more things here, and we'll look at some charts here just real quick. OpenSea confirms Solana NFTs. WWE signs a deal launch NFTs through Fanatics Candy Digital. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's an app. Wow, 79 million in a day for NFT drop. Someone just supported. Oh yeah. So this is crazy. So I kind of want to show you guys this too. So what's super cool about this, guys? Let's see. So today Bored Ape 835. Where do they get sold on? What platform? Because I want to show you guys this. Which one was it? 835. 835. I don't know if it's gonna pop it up. I hear you, bro. What's her number? 7927. John. Yeah. But what I want to show you pretty much what's happening, I mean, is kind of a little bit of number 835. Come on now. Oops. Why I want to show you this is kind of something people are doing. Yep, here it is. So we can see it was last sold for, let's see, what was it? So it was last sold from, yeah, looks like he's changed it around a couple wallets. So it's crazy because what we can do is we can come in here and was it Etherscan? Maybe? No, Etherscan. It might just pop up on here. Let me see. So what we're gonna do is copy this wallet address. So what happened? So this guy originally bought it, right? So he bought it for 16 ETH. 16 ETH will go to Coin Gecko. Some of you guys already know where I'm going with this. If not, you know, you will hear in a second. So he bought it for 16 ETH. I'm not sure what the price. Oh, come on. I'm not sure what the price was at the time, but we're just going to use current price as an example. So he bought it for 16 ETH. So about $53,000 he bought this for. And then he sold it for 115 DAI, which you can see 200 DAI is about 200 bucks. So he sold it for about 115 bucks, but he sold it to this address right here. So here he bought it from this guy, went from this guy to this guy. He now sold it from this wallet to this wallet. Now, if we click this wallet, link, we can see, oh, come on. Damn, he had them on here. Took it off. But this is how, like, you know, this shows you how it shows you how transparent everything is. So you can actually see what they're holding, everything. You can see. So he's got about 1,100 ETH in this wallet. He's got about 60 bucks in DAI. Usually you can see everything. What does this show? You can see his transactions. So guys, this is how transparent the space is. I don't know if I wish we could see the other one. So the reason I want to show you both was because so he had two different ones. So when I went to his page right here, you could see on there that he had actually two different Bored Ape yachts. Now he actually has them hidden now. You can come on here, click your profile and hide certain ones. So he has them hidden. Now what happens when you hide them is nobody can see them. So what would happen when we could see the ones he owns? So we clicked on there, right? Pulls up his, let's get rid of this. It pulled up his page, which was this wallet address. We don't know who it is. It's just this wallet address. He's also holding on to whatever this is, some car part. But what happened? So he did it twice. So do you think that was by accident that the C Chan sold it to this wallet, two different Bored Ape yachts for the same price? what he's doing is trying to avoid some capital gains by showing losses. So showing that he could loss potentially, right? What's the floor price of board API? OpenSea. This is where the crypto space gets really, really, people can get really sneaky. Now, I'm not saying to do this, but people are doing this. I'm not telling you not to either. So we have the floor price at 102 ETH. So let's pull this up. So 102 ETH. So we bought it for 16, and now it's worth, or so yeah, it was what? So 16. So it's about, we'll call it 50,000. Now it's 100 and what do we say? We'll just call it 100 floor price. 100 ETH. That's about 300, and we'll call it 335,000. So 335,000 minus 50,000. The dude's got pretty big capital gains tax, right? He's looking at, his assets increased in value. Now what happened was he sold them for a loss. So now instead of gaining that, it shows he lost that because he sold it for cheaper than he bought it. He lost over $50,000 on that transaction twice. So he lost over $100,000. Now he didn't lose it. He actually had two different wallets. He sold it to his other wallet to make it look like he lost money. So he sold it to this wallet. Now he's probably holding it somewhere like in a ledger, something like that. But he lost it. And guys, people are doing this left and right. And you can see all the offers. People are like, what? He sold it for that much? Let me see. These are all different offers on there. There's probably some that are, actually pretty decent. So let's see. Let's see if we can click this too. So we can see he's holding on to a couple other things as well. I love Zed Run. This is super dope. This is a super dope project. You can pretty much buy these horses and race them. Super cool. Might have even went over. So what we'll do is we'll do the same thing. And this is kind of where it's scary, but also cool, right? This is why you want to have security, guys. Security is so important because it's the transparency here. So again, we're going to look up this transaction so we can see what he's holding. So if we could trick this guy into somehow clicking a link, I mean, we can see exactly what he has, and we could literally potentially, if a hacker wanted to do something here, I mean, this is realistically what they could do. You can literally see everything he's holding. He's got 1.1 or 1.22 ETH total. Obviously, it's separated inside of these tokens. First seen 4 years ago. This guy's been in the space for a while. He was just on here yesterday. You can see all the transactions. There's 117. See when the last one was. That was literally yesterday. So he's in the space moving pretty often. You see, he hadn't really had much activity pretty much since then. You can look at the gas fees, guys. 320. Wow. 750. Jesus. Wow, that's probably the highest I've ever seen. Playboy logo for what? Not 100% sure what you're like a NFT. I'm sure there is, bro. I mean, you could literally come on. Let's see. They might even have. See, I mean, I don't know what this is, but you can come in. I mean, these are verified, so you can come in here, click this. I don't know what they're. Okay, so these are little figures, which actually they're. Oh, it's bad. I don't know what they're. Here's their tokenomics, right? Now, what you want to look here, obviously, you want to go to the website, you want to join their Discord, you want to, before you even buy any things like this, you want to come here and see what's actually happening, what you get within this, right? You say you buy this NFT, what do I get with it? And usually sometimes they'll actually say right here, so it actually looks like it's a play to earn. Says you can tell your friends you officially belong to the Playboy Club. Added symbols you can think each avatar is a key and unlocks membership to all the possibilities of Playboy on the blockchain, exclusive access to Playboy art, artist collaborations in real life and metaverse experiences, physical and virtual fashion. So, I mean, you can see like if you own this, you can kind of get multiple different things. I mean, there's so many different, honestly, bro, I mean, I'm not going to pull it up here, but you could literally look up porn and you can buy like porn NFTs. Just kind of, not that, you want to, I mean, maybe you do, it's up to you, but there's so many different, you could literally get anything as NFT, like legit and anything. Like, let's just look up book, animal coloring book. Look at that. I don't know what this is. pretty decent. I mean, you got a lot of, yeah. So I mean, I have no idea what that does. I don't really have any interest in looking at it at the moment. He said no words. But yeah, so let me go ahead and go over a couple markets here. I know we've been on here for a little while, but I want to cover a couple things here in the market, and then we're gonna wrap things up here. And I did tell you guys here in the chat, we're gonna be switching things. We're switching the way we're doing things here. I'm switching a lot of things I'm doing personally, branding, as far as it goes for the company I'm partnered with. Now I told you guys I'm not gonna be sitting here selling you guys anything, but the things it is going to affect the way we kind of do things here inside the free crypto group, because it is going to be tilted towards, I guess you could say, like, again, I'm not going to sit here and be selling you anything, but it is going to, the real value is inside the platform. Yeah, I'm sharing a lot of stuff here with you guys, but the real value is inside the platform that I use. And outside of here, outside of the free value I give, I mean, I have a team of a little over 40 people at the moment, and my business partners and I have a group of about 500 people. So in order to move forward with that, I have to change the way I'm moving social media, the way I'm doing things here as well. So there's a lot of things I'm going to be changing up, but overall, I mean, there's still going to be a lot of free value here. So I do want to just make it aware for you guys, but also let you guys know, the free value is not going away. It's just we're going to be doing things just slightly different. We got Aave looking freaking good. Here's where I entered Aave. Looks like it's about I had the exact time. I don't know exactly what time it was. About 110. So we're looking at about 100% return, literally from the current price I bought. I know from the current price I'm over 100%. Might have even been like literally at that bottom, or at least it was at 100%. But we're looking good, guys. Aave, I mean, it's still at a great level. I mean, guys, I mean, that's not its all-time high. We're only not even halfway would be 350. So 350, we still have room to grow all the way up to the all-time high, pretty much $700. So from here, I mean, all the way up to the all-time high, I mean, you're looking at 200% return still. So that's nice to look at. Aave's a good project as well, something dope. We got Cardano, ADA, looking pretty good. Broke through its downtrend, started pretty much from, let's see, what was this, from September. I mean, it's been on a downtrend pretty much since September last year all the way till now. It finally broke this downtrend. Let me put some fibs on this puppy. So again, if you guys aren't familiar with how to use the fib, so what we do is right now I'm just going to kind of show you. So on a smaller time frame, so if we're going down, you want to use with the direction. So if it's going down, you want to start at the top and move with the market down, right? If we're looking for it to move down, you're moving in the direction down. So what I do is so we'll start up here. So we'll go to the highest candle, right? So say this candle was a little bit higher. I'm not going to go to the wick. So you can see I'm putting it at the top of this wick right here. But if this candle was higher, I would actually put it at that wick's candle. So we're going based off of the lowest close and open. So you can see over here, this wick technically went lower, but the candle didn't open or close below there. So the lowest candle is actually like right here. So we're going to move it down to here. And this is something to keep in mind. So we're actually in the normal level, which is scary and a good thing, because Cardano could continue to move down, or it might break through this level and continue up. So normally what happens is we get this retracement, the 61, 50%, 618 zone. We get this retracement, and pretty much all this is stating, right? So here's our initial move from this top to this bottom right here is what we initially measured. That's 100% the full move. Now what we have here is when it comes back up, it's now retraced 23.6% of the move. It's now retraced 38.2%. Then it's up here. This is half. So it would have retraced half the move. So at 50%, you would have retraced half of this initial move, right? This initial from this top to this bottom. This would be 50%. So it's retraced all the way up, and it's actually touched, it wicked and hit the 50%. Same thing. It goes up here. This is 61.8% of the initial, like it's retracing 61.8. 78.6, 88.6, and if it came all the way here, it obviously would have retraced 100% of the whole move. So that's kind of a quick small breakdown of how that works. So what normally happens, and the market is always moving in patterns. What normally happens is what will happen here is we'll have 100% of the move, and it'll retrace about 50% to 618 in the zone, and it'll continue moving on. So in this case, we're almost in that retracement zone. So if it were to respect this area, we'll be looking for it to continue moving down. Now, I don't believe that's the future for Cardano. So realistically, what I would like to see is for it to break above this zone And right, so right now, here's our last high, which was from February, a little over a month ago, almost coming up on 2 months. And we hadn't broke above here. So we finally broke above that. But what I would really like to see is a break in a close pretty much above that level. Maybe like roughly like right there, like in between the 1.25 price level, the $1.25 and some change. You can see it. So that's what I'd be looking for that. We got Bitcoin. It broke above our pivotal level, which we really, really wanted to see. Now we're kind of looking for even a little retracement, to be honest with you, which, you know, is expected. So and this is where the market cycle comes in handy, right? So we have that initial move. We might have moved, which this isn't going to be that big of a percent. So let's see. So we moved, you know, I mean, it's so decent, but 34%, right? But I'm expecting a retracement. So if I expect a retracement, I'm not scared when it moves down. So I'm expecting it to maybe come back in this area. I don't personally see that happening, but with how this trend line's lining up with this, we'll go like this. This is a major trend line from like the week, I think week chart. Yep. So we can come here, small down. So this is literally since 2020. You can see that right there. There's the date. Make this a little bit bigger. So this would actually be our first initial hit right here. So this will be validating our trend. From there, it will be valid. Now, what we need to see is a higher high. It needs to break above this, and we're going to have a very valid trend on this, you know, big trend line. This one got broke, so that's okay. But we need this to validate by going above this all-time high. So realistically, I mean, if it came back down and hit one more time, I wouldn't be mad. But what I would like to see is for it to kind of just respect. This real quick. I would just like to respect this zone right here, even this, which I would assume is going to happen, but I'm not going to guess, because if we guess, we're gambling. We're predicting. We're gambling. We're reacting. We're reading and reacting to what happens with proper probability, and that's how we win here in the market. So what I would like to see, which lines up perfect. So what usually happens, right? It goes to 50%, 618, but when it retests off the 23.6 and the 38.2, these are stronger zones. So here's our initial move from this bottom to this high, right? That's our 100% move. Now, what I would normally, if it retraces about 23.6 and it respects this and keeps going up, it's going to move with strength. It's going to be a strong move. Same thing with the 38.2. It's not going to be as strong as that, but it's going to be a pretty strong move. Now, if it comes back down here, that's just normal. It's just the normal cycle. And when I say normal, you guys are gonna be like, what do you mean normal, bro? Like, that normal don't mean much to me. Like, you got to think about it in this aspect. When you go and buy hot sauce at a store, right? I'm not sure if you guys like hot sauce, but let's say you go to the grocery store, you like hot sauce. Now, when you go there, do you ever see just normal hot sauce? Like, just, hey, this is just normal heat. No, you usually see mild, like sweet, hot, extreme, you know, extra hot, whatever their, you know, explanation is, their adjective they want to use, right? Whatever, you know, fancy word they want to use to describe the hotness, they don't use normal. But what happens when you see normal, right? If you just had something normal, like let's say I normally go for a walk every single day, what does that mean to you? It means I almost every day go on this walk. Same thing in the market. Normally, it comes down to this area. Now, it doesn't happen every time. It's like the seasons, right? In Illinois, where I'm originally from, like an hour south of Chicago, little small cornfield town, there's 4 seasons. When winter came, it was cold every single time. Sometimes it was warmer than the year before, maybe the year before that. Sometimes it was colder than the year before that. I just know to expect it to be cold. So when you know to expect a retracement and you can read these markets, I hope this is hitting you because this is super powerful. When you read these markets and you're expecting stuff like this to happen, now we're not predicting, we're not guessing, we're reading. So when we expect it to retrace, once it's hit, you know, from a bottom to a high, we're expecting it to retrace to this zone. We can look forward to respect here. But if it comes here, we're not surprised because that's what it normally does. So I want you guys to understand that because this is super powerful. Fibs are in everything. You can look up, you know, Fibonacci, like it's literally used in hands, your fingerprint, like flowers, the way everything, just all life, everything living, like Fibonacci exists in it. That's pretty much what we're using. We're using this, it's a fib retrace tool. Fib retracements, Fibonacci. You can look it up on YouTube. They got some cool stuff on it. Crow, we just saw it's up, looking good. We can do the same thing over here. So it actually just broke above. We were just talking about Bitcoin, right? We wanted to retest the zone. Same thing kind of here, right? So we have the normal zone, but this was the initial move we measured from this top to this bottom, and it retraced literally perfect, retraced to the normal spot. And guess what? Continued down. It didn't go with strength, it didn't go crazy with strength, but it did continue down. It didn't go, crazy down, but it did continue down. Now it came back up, hit this area again, but guess what? It broke through, and now we're kind of retesting on that area. Now, what do I mean by retesting? So let's say we have, here's, I'm just going to do it over here. So here's, get our tools. Where we at? Ghost candles. So let's say, we're at this level, right? We respect it, hit it, come down, and then guess what? We break through. What I would like to see is a retest, which a retest would be something like that. Now, don't take the ghost candles too, too exact, because you can see this one below. But what I would like to see is, for example, like something like that, like for it to retest, stay above, right? And this is what I call like a support resistance is the fancy words. But what I like to use is floor and a ceiling. So at right here, right, comes up ceiling, breaks through the ceiling. It retests the structure as a floor, right? It doesn't break through. It's a new floor, so it didn't break through. So it's a new floor. So guess what? It's going to continue up. It's going to continue up. Didn't break through, and that's something to keep in mind. These are just small, simple terms. So we kind of have something similar happening here. So what I want to do is we can keep that old zone there, but we're going to do the same thing. But we're going to go up. So we have this bottom to this high. Now, what am I going to expect? Now, I would like to see it, break through, retest this area, and continue up. If it doesn't, it's going to be what I'm expecting, because it normally happens, is this area, which is not too much farther. Now we have the last level of supports. We'll put right here, and now we'll wipe out our initial buyers in that area. Same thing. So something to look at. We got dot. You can see it's at here, polka dot. I think this one I was talking about. Yeah, about 55. I think I said 45, but $55 all time high. It's at 20. Oh no, we were looking at something like the Uniswap we were looking at. But polka dot. So yeah, same thing, guys. I mean, we can throw some fibs on it, right? We have this old zone right here. So we were measuring this initial move. So from here to here, and then we were looking forward to retrace, hit the zone, continue up. Now it didn't, it broke through, right? It came back down to our last level of support, and it respected our last level of support, which is where majority of our buyers sit. It's got to take out all the liquidity. So this is where majority of our buyers sit. This is where, it breaks through here. We got to take out all buyers that were over here. So same thing we can do like this. We can do down and up. So right, we have from the bottom to there. Now, same thing, guys. We're at these pivotal levels. Same thing. So we're coming up on the zone, which it normally would retrace, right? So here's our initial move from top to bottom, and it would normally retrace to this point and continue down. Now, crypto's been pretty bullish. I'm not expecting it to go down. So what I would like to see is for it to break through, which I have this little dotted line right here. This was the last high. You can see it was right. Look, perfect example of what I just showed you, the ceiling on the floor. Let me delete this really quick. So look, let's move this over just a little bit. So it came down, floor, broke through the floor, retested it as a ceiling. That's where you'd look to enter, sell, ride it down. But I always like to wait for this break and the retest. Now you can see this happen over a period of time. It's not overnight. So from January 21st to the 7th. So I mean, that's almost what, 20 days roughly. I mean, that's a long time. You got to be patient, guys. So that's super important. But we have that again. Let me redraw it up. So we got there in the direction we're going. We're looking for it to continue down, right? So this is our normal area. Now we have this again, this floor and ceiling, right? Here it was a floor, here it's a ceiling. We're again at the ceiling. What I want to see is for it to break through the ceiling, retest, enter, continue up. We can even do this as well. So let me delete this. I'll keep that box there though. So we're gonna go from bottom to high, to this high right here, which is, oops, wrong tool, sorry. This bottom to this high. And our normal retracement would be roughly right here. Now, I personally don't see that happening because, I mean, I don't, if we maybe went on a smaller time frame, like an hour, we can measure something smaller and get that. But I mean, realistically, what I would measure is from the last bottom. So from here to here, right? So it's Come on. And guess where we're at, guys? Yeah, normally you don't want to do like the fibs, like smaller fibs on a big time frame. So you can see we're coming back in this retracement zone. So let me go back to the day chart really quick. You're gonna see it's gonna be look really small. Let me delete this one. We're not gonna use that one. So we're gonna use the current levels of support. So we can even go down the 4 hour and do it like this too. So you can see here. So we had that breakthrough. Here's our next level or next floor. So from this bottom to that high, and guess where we're at? Believe it or not, 50%, 620 zone. So you guys can see how this is super repetitive, like literally like extremely repetitive. It's like riding a bike, like easier than riding a bike, to be honest with you. You literally do the same thing over and over. You set the same rules, you follow the same rules. Guys, once you have a set of rules that are profitable, you literally just do the same thing over and compound your account. It's super powerful. We have the DXY, which is nice to look at because the DXY kind of also moves with Bitcoin. So this is the a level we have right here that like, hey, you know, if it goes above here, we're looking at like Bitcoin might start going down. We can see it's been playing at this area for literally what a month, and even before that we were at this area where it was in this for since November 24th, 2021. So we were in this area just playing here, just consolidated up and down, up and down, up and down. We finally broke above, right? And which is crazy because usually, you know, if it goes up, Bitcoin goes down, if it goes down, Bitcoin goes up. So right now we kind of have people that are, you know, using cash as a hard asset and also people using crypto as a hard asset. You can see obviously Bitcoin's going up, and also the dollar index, which is the kind of like the price, the strength indicator, I guess you could say, of the US dollar. So there's that. You can see this, right? With the ETH BTC. I'm not going to go too far into that. We got Ethereum. Sheesh. Yo, shout out to my man's. Can't even think of his name right now. I'm blanking on his name. Goodness, Nick Gomez. He's an educator for the platform I use. He called this trade out right here, took it up, wrote it up. I believe it was like 500 pips, I want to say. Literally called a buy, wrote it up. Oh my God, actually, that's a lot more. So yeah. Oh yeah, we're looking good. Initially, I think it was like 300, like 400, 500 up here, but so, I mean, looking good. He called it out leverage trade. So took it, hit take profits. You know, you put your stop loss in, stop profit. Once you're in profit, you should never lose. So say your stop loss was here, right? You entered here, your stop loss is here. You're risking 3%. Once you're in profit, move it in here, automatically win. So guess what? You could have either took profit when it went all the way up, which is I recommend doing. But it also, you know, say you had say your stop profit like right here. Once it comes down, it would have took you out of the trade, and you automatically would have won that trade. That's what I would have called a risk-free trade. Initially, it did have a risk, but you took the risk out of it. So let's go here really quick. Day chart. This probably looking right. All right. So same thing, guys. We have GRT graph. Now this one is a little bit different. It's broken below our last level support. For a while, it was playing here, right? Played, broke above, came back in, played, broke below. Now it's kind of retested this, right? Now I'm not thinking it's going to go down. I really don't. It could. You know, these are just all my opinions. The market doesn't care what I think, what my markups look like, how perfect they are. The market does what it wants to do. So this is something I'm looking at right at the moment. I mean, there's not too much, you know, that I'm interested in here at the moment. What if it breaks above here? Maybe a leverage play, but nothing really at the moment. I mean, we got to be patient for this one. I mean, you can even like this. So my next, if I was looking for something, I mean, I'm looking for it to come back in this area, and that would be where my potential buy would be, as long as it respects that, and you know, look to watch it continue up. What I would like to see is just to fucking bull rush through there and continue up. All right, let's cover a couple more things, and then we gotta hop off here. I got a couple more things got to finish up here tonight, but we got Chainlink. Chainlink is down here, last level supports. You can see again, this came back down, hit last level support. We bounced back up, retraced. We initially retraced like 88% of the move. We're back. We came back around to, you know, literally we were the 38.2. So we were looking good. And then it also, again, you know, started to continue down. So this is where our trend got validated. So right, came through here, hit, came down, and we actually have a lower low. So we have a low, a higher, you want to say this, we have a low, a lower high, a lower high, a lower low, and then another lower high. It was what you'd want to see right here, maybe hit here and continue down. But what I'd want to see is for it to break through here. So you can kind of see we're coming up on this area where, you know, the trend's coming up. So that's something I like to look at as too. Looks rare, guys. It's another one we were literally just talking about. I got put onto this coin about $1.22. It's up about 90%. So, I mean, guys, this is a project again. I mean, I expect it to continue to go up. I mean, it had an all-time high of about $7. Let's see what that percent is from current price. $7 to all-time high is about 200% return, 201%. So we got Luna. Again, Luna's been bull rushing this whole entire time. A lot of coins went down. We just had our normal retracement, which was completely expected. Nobody was like, oh my God, it's going down. We were all like, yo, we knew that was going down. We expected it because it normally does that. Guess what? Boom, hits, continues up. And now we're at all-time high. So guys, that's the last we're going to cover here. A lot of stuff we went over, a lot of valuable information. So with that being said, hope you guys have an awesome rest of the night. Let's crush it and continue to collect these crypto bags, fam. Peace out, and let's run it up.